Hi, I'm Chris, and welcome to Carisoft Tech Academy. And in this special series, we're having the beginner's guide to Power BI. Listen, if you have never used this phenomenal tool called Power BI by Microsoft, or if you have and you just need a refresher course, I will gladly recommend this series for you. It has a lot of information and hands-on knowledge and practical guidance as well. We'll start off with part one, and the second series will also follow shortly. I want us to get right into it right now. Um, and before we do that, I want to quickly run through the table of content with you. What will part one cover? Let me move my camera to the top right. What will part one cover? Right from the back, we'll get into what is Power BI. What is Power BI? What are the features of Power BI? Components of Power BI, benefits of Power BI, the uses of Power BI, and I have something at the end to throw in called Unveiling Power BI. I'll take you on a tour of Power BI, mentioning or highlighting the some basic components of Power BI and drawing your attention to some key features in Power BI. So let's get right into it. The first thing is, what is Power BI? Power BI is a business intelligence tool. Sorry if I go by the slogan, by the acronym BI, it simply means business intelligence. It's a business intelligence tool and data visualization developed by Microsoft. So Microsoft put this together essentially to gather for business intelligence, to provide insights, to discover patterns, to give visual and graphical reports as well of what the data is saying. It also enables users to connect to various sources of data. It helps to transform data into meaningful insights, and also to create interactive reports and dashboard. Now, Power BI is also widely used for data analysis, decision making, sharing insights across organization. What are the key features of Power BI? It's useful to mention that but with Power BI, I beg your pardon. With Power BI, you have access to data connectivity. That Power BI is able to connect to a wide range of data sources, from Microsoft Excel to SQL Server, Azure, Salesforce, Google Analytics, and many others. Now, both on premises, that is within a server environment, and also in the cloud. So data connectivity is guaranteed from various data repository. Power BI enables you to, so wherever your data is stored, whether in Oracle, Excel, Access, Azure, AWS, Google Analytics, wherever your data repository is, Power BI is able to connect to those repository and be able to analyze your data and come up with whatever reports that you want. Features of Power BI. Number two is data transformation. There's a feature in Power BI that is referred to as Power Query. Power Query, and that allows Power BI to be able to clean, to transform, and model data without any need for serious advanced coding skills, which is very important. So for those who just have a pure business background and you want to access data, but you need to also clean it, because some of the times data are received in forms that are not suitable for analysis, and so there needs to be some prep to prepare, whether it's a date column that needs to be streamlined in a specific function, whether it is month, day, and year, or you just want to highlight the month and the year, whether on a quarterly basis, on a monthly basis, or day to day. All right, you are able to clean that, and if there are irregularities in the data, you are able to also massage the data. So data transformation can be actualized in Power BI. Features of Power BI, the next thing is interactive visualization, and that is something that most people are endeared to when you hear Power BI or any of this business intelligence tool. So you can create rich and interactive, also versatile visualization like charts, graphs, maps, KPIs in a simple drag and drop user-friendly interface. Next feature of Power BI. Next feature of Power BI, if I can. Next feature of Power BI is dashboards and reports. So you could actually create interactive dashboards and reports and have detailed reports as well. Next thing is artificial intelligence and machine learning integration. So with AI taking over most of the things we do now, using the natural language, Power BI has also been able to integrate such features so that business users can easily interact with whatever dashboard or whatever information or report that they are seeing on Power BI using by querying the system Power BI using natural language. There's also the Q&A feature and the predictive analytics feature as well that is embedded in Power BI. Real-time data modeling or real-time data is another feature of Power BI where real-time data streaming is provided, making it possible for you to monitor data and social media feeds in real time. Features of Power BI, collaboration and sharing. What's the use of having access to data repository doing analysis and you cannot pass the report or share the report? So with Power BI, you have a key feature of sharing report with key stakeholders, even with permission settings, in case there are certain levels of reports that you don't want certain people maybe in your organization to be able to have access to, or to have access to it in a very, very controlled manner. So whether it be from reports, dashboards, you have the feature to collaborate and to share. Also, there's a distinguished feature in Power BI, which is the mobile access. So you could have, whether you're on iOS, on Android, or Windows, users can have access to their reports and dashboards on the go on their mobile devices. Components of Power BI. Number one is the Power BI desktop. So right now I'm using my desktop to record this lesson, and I will take you during the unveiling session into the exploration of Power BI desktop. So it's a Windows-based application that is designed and built for reports and data mode, and you can do that on your local desktop or laptop. Provides Windows. The next component of Power BI is the Power BI service, which is a cloud-based platform for sharing and publishing and collaborating on reports and dashboards. Also, as I indicated earlier, there is the Power BI mobile, which is an app on its own that is used to view and interact with Power BI component on mobile devices. Components of Power BI is also the Power BI report server. This is the entire ecosystem of Power BI that we're talking about here. So the Power BI report server is an on-premises solution for hosting and managing Power BI reports. Another component of Power BI is Power BI Embedded, which is a service for embedding Power BI visuals and analytics into custom applications. Those are the components of Power BI. Now, you're going to ask yourself, what are the benefits of Power BI? What's the point of Power BI, apart from the things that I've said? And I try to highlight these ones here. First is the ease of use, and that is a significant, very, very significant plus. Ease of use. You have a system deployed on your computer, laptop, or desktop, or on your mobile devices, and almost intuitively you could actually interact effectively with whatever report or dashboard that you are without any coding skills. That is a huge plus. Second benefit of Power BI is cost effectiveness. It is cost effective. It is it's free, offers free and affordable paid pricing plan, depending on how you want to scale the deployment of this software. So you have the free version. Usually the ones on desktop, they are free, and you have the paid version if you're in an enterprise environment where you can scale down based on what you need, but it's free in some cases, and there are some other features of it that are also paid for, which is in essence it is affordable. Third benefit of Power BI is scalability. Scalable, suitable for small businesses and large enterprises alike. So it's not really a one size fits all. I don't know if I can use that expression. It is more based on your need as an organization. So if it's a small enterprise, there is that component of this device that can be deployed to meet your need. And if it's a large enterprise, of course, it can grow to whatever extent your company sizes, which is a big plus. So if you've started small with Power BI, you don't need to think of changing or moving to another product line or moving to another tool down the line as your company grows. That's what we mean by scalability. Integration. It seamlessly integrates other Microsoft products and external tools. I spoke about that, a little bit about that earlier on, in its ability to connect to various data repository. It also connects seamlessly to other Microsoft products as well. Use cases of Power BI. Now, how can we use it? And I give you some examples here. I think I need to reduce my camera so that you'll be able to visualize everything properly. So first use case of Power BI here is sales and marketing analysis. So the dashboard that you're seeing is actually tracking sales performance, customer behavior, and campaign effectiveness. So this is e-commerce sales analysis. The next one that I just want to visualize and show you here is the financial reporting, for financial reporting. So you can actually analyze budgets, forecast, and financial performance. So you have this from a financial company here, and giving us revenue, cost of goods sold, gross profit, net profit, and it's such a beautiful, very, very beautiful dashboard, providing lots of information. Next thing here that I want to give you as use case of Power BI is customer insights. So you have a dashboard here talking about the customer feedback analytics dashboard, from average rating and all of that. So you're able to understand customer preferences and trends through data analysis. There's a feature called drill down analysis, which we'll get into in part 2 as we go on. Now, what I want us to do is to unveil Power BI. Okay, and with that, I want to go back to my desktop and actually wake it up. When I say wake it up, I just want to have Power BI running. Just wait a little bit. It's coming up on my computer. Yep, it's loading. All right. Sorry, it's a little bit slow, but We'll get there shortly. Yes, we're not doing badly. And here we go. So this is like the landing page for Power BI. All right, and on the landing page, nothing too significant is here. I'm logged in. All right, I would also provide a link in this video on how you can access, that is, download, install Power BI. I'll provide the link under this video on how you can do this and register as well. But on this home landing page, you have the blank report. So first is telling you select a data source to start with, a blank report. So I am not selecting any data source. This is just an unveiling. By in part 2 I'll be able to take you into some weeds of Power BI. We get data in, we do some analysis, we create a report and dashboard. But this is just like walkthrough session of the Power BI software. So you have here various data repository, and you also have this plus sign here that could actually connect you to tons of other sources as well. So you see, you will get data from all these sources. That's a lot. That's a lot. And you have some categorizations here on database, Microsoft Fabric, Power Platform, Azure, other online services, SharePoint, Microsoft Exchange Online, Dynamics. The list just goes on, and even on other as well. So much. Wherever your data is stored, Microsoft Power BI says, bring it on. All right, and then from there you connect. But we're not doing any connection at the moment. What I want us to do is to take you into the weeds of Power BI. So this is the software, okay? And like most of us are aware, like most for every Microsoft product, you have the File tab, which takes you to the backstage, similar to where we're coming from, okay? And then you have the Home tab, you have the Insert, you have the Modeling, you have the View, you have the Optimize, you have the Help tab. Each of these, playing critical functions, critical role. Now, before we get into the ribbons, okay, I want to take you to the left side. To my left side, the left pane here, you have the report view. This is the report view that you're seeing right here, like a canvas. Then you also have the table view, which there is nothing here at the moment, so you are not able to see anything. By the time we get to the second part of this course, you'll be able to appreciate this view better. So you have the data stored in tables. So for example, if it is in Excel, all right, these tables will have things. This table will have things like this table will have things like worksheets on it, and worksheets are from workbooks. You have here model view, okay, and you also have the DAX, which is one of the recent additions that Microsoft Power BI has just added into into Power BI. So let's go back to the report view, okay, and on the right hand side you have the data. So if we have data stored, you have various icons here, okay. Now for the visualization, you have beautiful formatted charts, all right, and each of them comes with a name. So whether you want a stacked bar chart, stacked column chart, map, donut chart, a card, you want to correct to an R script visual, metrics, and on like that. You also have how you can format your report on this. You can have you can customize your page specially, okay. So these are very, very powerful tools that we're going to get into. And if all these pre-formatted charts are not don't represent or shall I say, are not able to capture your vision for your report or dashboard, you also have access to more visuals here. If you click on these three dots, this ellipsis here, okay, and say get more visuals, here you go. It's loading. How do you want it? All right, so many, and you can also decide to filter here. So if it's KPI you want, you have various KPI models here that you could actually deploy. Okay, so I close that, and then as we load data in, you can decide to apply some filters as well. So this is the column for filters. On the bottom right, you can zoom in, zoom out. On the bottom left, okay, you have the desktop layout view. You also have the mobile layout view as well. Okay, we're not getting into that at the moment. Let me go back to the desktop layout view. Now, this is important just when you want to view how your report will be seen on mobile devices. So this is page one. Like Excel, it's quite similar to Excel. Actually, for some people, they have it. They say that Power BI is like Excel on steroids. It's just on another level. Okay, so you have page one. You can click on this plus sign to create a new page. Now, let me go to the Home tab. All right, in the Home tab, you have, if some of these features you are familiar with them, if you are from an Microsoft Excel background, you have the clipboard. This is currently grayed out because there is no data, there's no table that we have already constructed at the moment. You could actually you have the data section in the Home tab. All right, so you could get data, you could work on Excel. If you have a One Lake data hub, connect to all this data repository in order for you to be able to this is data now. Let me close that. So you could manually actually enter your data here as well, but we're not getting into any of that. Okay, at the moment you could transform data here, clean them up. In part 2 series, we'll be able to use some of this. Insert a text box, new visuals, get access to more visuals from App Source, and of course, with Copilot now, you are never alone. All right, to get more insight using the help of AI, artificial intelligence, in your visualization or your report, which actually makes it very, very interesting and fun. On the Insert tab, you'll have an opportunity to create a new page, insert more visuals. All right, and then AI visuals as well are a feature here that you can insert into your report. There is a Power Platform which can also help in automating your reports, and there are elements that we can actually also embed in our reports: images, buttons, shapes, text box as well. Modeling, the Modeling tab, this is where relationships can be created, among tables, of course, using using primary key, foreign key. We'll get into some of those things later on. New parameters can also be established, and then you have the Q&A, in order to be able to query and ask questions from the report using the natural language. In the View tab, you could actually make your reports more beautiful, change the themes. Change the themes. You have a theme gallery. You could browse for themes. You could customize a current theme to suit your need however you want it. You have the page view. You want to fit the page to page, or fit to width, or actualize the size. You have the mobile layout. You could actually do that here by coming to View, or by clicking on the mobile layout tab here on the bottom left of Power BI. Filters, and on and on you can go to optimize you. So at times, for people, you could actually connect your Power BI device to a live feed, and you could have current dashboard that is reflecting of new data that has just come in, and so you could actually optimize and schedule and manage how those feeds come in an effective way. And you have the help tab, to provide some training, guidance, or if you need some consulting services, or reach out to Microsoft if you have any question whatsoever. So that is what the beginner series is all about for this first